So this is the barn, and it's a huge, huge barn. Great big old barn. Look at that. Hey everybody, this is Brett, and today I'm going out to the barn to make Soother massage tools. And I've got the stuff, the woodworking stuff that I need to take with me, and the camera making, filmmaking stuff. And I'm ready to go. And check it out, I've got my other camera right there, ready to film. It just needs to tighten it there, tighten it there. And that moves a little bit. Tighten it there. Okay, so I've got the other camera ready to go, and we're ready to go out to the barn. It's a very warm day today, and a very nice day. And I gotta get some of these knocked out because it's supposed to be pretty rainy for several days after this one. But if you didn't know, my neighbor was complaining about me doing woodworking at the apartment outside. That's where I was doing it before. And I got away with it for a while, and that's cool. She's home a lot more now, so we can. So luckily I found this barn. A friend of mine is letting me use her barn. And I've taken my stuff out there, the big stuff like the table saw and stuff already. And it's cool, it's beautiful, and you never know, I may get to live out there too. Hopefully soon. So I took some vinegar and cleaned the car windows really good, so you should be able to see out really good. And I'm in the downtown area, of my little town. Only 1,600 people live in this town. It's just a small town. And I think, I can't remember how many live in the county. But it's nice, it's clean, the people are decent. It's a really good place. It's been a really good place to be during this whole COVID yada yada. But there are quite a few rednecky, Trump supporty people. In fact, there's a lot of those. And you can hear that truck in front of me. They're really noisy. And incidentally, right there during the end when the election was happening, they had a big wing ding down here with their trucks and their flags and all of that. And they were really loud and rambunctious and boisterous, etc. So you remember the last place I lived in before the apartment in town, the cabin where I raised chickens? This is in a different canyon. I can't remember what they call hollow. Canyon, hollow, whatever you want to call it. It's in a different one, and I like this one better. This one doesn't have the extreme liberal presence. It's more of a farming community, and it's definitely more conservative, but it doesn't seem to have near as many of the extremist conservative rednecks in it. And I like that. I like things in the middle. You guys know me. Funny, but I shared a community post yesterday, and my friend Linda, you'd think she knows me, but maybe she doesn't. She said hippie commune was her comment. Hippie commune from the 60s, something like that. And anybody that knows me knows that there's no way that I'm going to allow any stinky, pot-smoking hippie types into my community. And so it's as far from that as you can possibly, I mean, there might be some people that are like artsy and There may be some tattoos here and there, you know. I mean, I'm not worried about that. But it's not going to be a lazy, hippie, stinky thing, for sure. Like, who wants to be offensive? Who wants to be stinky and offensive towards other people in your own community? You know, it's going to be respectful, it's going to be cool, it's going to be fun. We're going to do some sports, and we're going to do some art, and we're going to grow some gardens. It's going to be like beautiful. Everything that you can think of that's beautiful, including a good day of work. Like, think of how good you feel after you've done a good day of work. Like, man, I really accomplished something. Like today, I'm going out to the barn, and I'm going to knock out a bunch of Soother massage tools, because it's one of the things that I sell, that I really use and really believe in. It's just a fantastic little invention. It's not my invention. It's one of the things that's not mine. But the person that did invent it isn't making it anymore, so I'm making it. And it takes a lot of work. They take a lot of work, as do all of the products. But as you can see, if you're looking out the windows, this is just a really beautiful area. And the place that I want to create a community isn't too far from here. It's over the border into Tennessee, but it's going to look very similar to this. There's a little swimming hole down there. I see people like parking right there, and I know that some of them are fishing, but also I think some people I saw were swimming in a deep area right there, and there is a river all down this. Of course, there's rivers in all of these canyons, hollows. And I don't know all the words for, like, I'm from the West. In the West we have canyons, and they're deep because the mountains are big. The mountains aren't that big here, they're just a couple thousand feet. But it all still works the same. You got a road, you got a river, and then you got hills to the sides. So this is the barn, and it's a huge barn. Great big old barn. Look at that. It's like 3 or 4 stories high. And got my stuff in there, and I just need to get set up out here. This is where I like to set up. I like to work outside because it keeps the dust blowing away. There we go, I'm all set up. Got the tools I need, got the sandpaper I need, got the parts to make Soother massage tools, and we're ready to go. Got me electricity. I got a little bite right there. So anyone that's bought a Soother massage tool from me, it was made using a lathe partially, one of the tools I use. And you basically put it in the chuck, you turn it on, it spins, and then you use 4 different grades of sandpaper to get it down super beautifully smooth. And this takes time, more than any other of the processes that are required to make a Soother massage tool. Because it's sanding, you know, and you want to get it really nice and smooth so that when it's held in your hand, it feels good. And I want to make these massage tools so that they work great and they're beautiful and functional so that you want to use them on your bodies. Okay, it is break time. So far I've got 7 of them sanded, and I can finish the rest of the work to be done on those at home, so I'm just going to get the sanding done. But for right now, I need a break. I can feel it right in my middle back, thoracic spine area. And I forgot to bring the roller. Actually, I just didn't think of it. But I've got this beater roller that I use, and I think I'm going to commandeer that for the car. I've already got a beater foot friend that I keep in the car in case of emergencies, and so I really need a roller too. But I do have an old Lana roller that I keep. I've used it like on roads all over the country when I was traveling around, and I keep it in the car, so let's go get it. It doesn't work to crack your back near as good as the spine roller, but it'll still work at least to a degree. So there it is. My traveling beater Lana roller is ready to rock and roll. Let's use it right here on this cement. Oh, yeah. If you don't have a roller, you need to get one. You can start off with some plastic or foam one from the internet and just start getting used to rolling on your bod every day. These are Lana rollers from my friend PJ, and they're made in Thailand. And they're made out of all natural materials. They're thrown on a lathe. Oh yeah. And then they've got natural latex as the material that is cushioning your bod on the outside of them. And then they've got a removable, washable cover. Because when you're out here rolling on dirty cement, you need to be able to take that off and wash it. I feel better already. I'm telling you, these things, these tools, you've got to have them for your health. You've got to have them to be able to feel decent every day. Okay, I got all the Soothers sanded. I think there's actually 21 of them. And now there's one other thing that I need to do, and that is to sand the ball ends. I forgot about that. I have to do that also with the drill press. So I got to do that before I go, and then I get to go. Okay, so these have to fit nice and tight onto the axle so that they don't ever come off. And that one definitely does. Very nice. Okay, so I have to cut the axle to length now. So I mark this at exactly 1 5/16, just like that. And I don't have my vise here, so I have to hold this on this leather glove by hand to cut it. And it's just a matter of this transition period that I'm in and getting used to not having every single thing I need. But that's not a problem. That's not a problem. Okay, so after I cut that, I've got little burrs on the edge of it that need to be removed. Just like that. Okay, now I'm going to roughen this up just a little bit because it already fits perfect. I just want to create a rougher surface so that it glues better. Like that. Perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to take the glue stick and load it full of glue. And then I'm going to fill... Oh, wait, I'm not done. So first I've got to sand this ball nice and smooth. Dust mask on here. So these balls, they don't come perfectly smooth like they need to be. Okay, so now I'm going to put the glue in the hole. Move it around really good. Take the soother. And I don't mess around when I do this. Perfect. Okay. 9 small soothers. And 5, 10, 11, 12 large. So I decided to finish the soothers completely. It was just made more sense to do that, finish them all up. The only thing that needs to be done now is to put some tongue oil on them, let them dry, and that's pretty much it.